Hello horticulture students, we've been talking about planning out your spring garden, and today I wanted to make a quick video for you to show you about some structures you can use for your gardening, whether it's a fully constructed raised bed or something a little smaller and easier to use. So let's start off with container gardening. We talked about this a little bit in the fall. Containers we have here are good examples of reasonable size containers you can use for your planting this spring. Just need to find a good spot for them with plenty of sunlight, and perhaps you can sow plants directly from seed into these containers sometime in the middle of April or May. This container here is about a square foot in diameter, so you could kind of mimic a square foot from the raised bed, putting either one really large plant in there or several smaller plants based on the spacing. This guy is 8 inches in diameter, so you'd have to put in 1 or 2 smaller plants into that size. And again, with container gardening, in the fall we learned that you need good drainage and you need probably some well-balanced soil, so I probably have to change this one out and mix it up a little bit more before I plant for the spring. And the other thing I'm going to show you today is the new raised bed I'm putting together. And what I have done is I just ran my last raised bed for 5 years, and I made it with untreated wood. And we did that so that there'd be no chemicals that could harm the plants. And we did that knowing that the wood wouldn't last forever. So it lasted for 5 years of gardening and was great. It was kind of sad to take it apart, but I did that, and now I've built a new one. So I'm going to show you the design of that raised bed today. It was pretty simple. And the materials involved, I bought Douglas fir from the home center, and so I bought pieces that were 2 by 10 and then by 12, and I bought 2 pieces that I cut into lengths 8 feet by 3.5, and then had a few smaller pieces left over for the corners. And so I'm going to show you the design of my raised bed, and we'll check it out, and it should be simple enough design that you could steal as well. Alright, so here is the raised bed. I built it in probably about an hour over the weekend with a small child helping me out. It was fun. And again, it's 8 feet long, 3.5 feet wide. I had it 4 feet last time, and there were just parts in the middle that were hard to get to when it was 4 feet wide. So I thought 3.5 width would be good. And 10-inch pieces in height as well. I thought anything greater than 10 inches would be too likely to warp over time. And in a future design, I could do 2 6-inch pieces that I stack on top of each other, but I'll have to do that 5 years from now, the next time I build raised beds. So checking out the corner here, we could see that I attached them with using 2.5-inch all-purpose screws, and I used about 7 screws on each corner, and I attached the wood to each other, but I also used this edge piece here as well for a little extra stability. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add those 2 middle pieces that I think will also help to keep the raised bed from bowing out on the sides as well and hold the whole thing together. Alright, so the total cost of this project was about $55 for the wood, and another $10 if you count in the cost for 2.5-inch all-purpose screws. And so in all, it's a pretty affordable project that I will have for years to come. And so in the coming month or so, we'll be filling this with a mix of raised bed soil and compost, and we'll start filling up each square feet, and we'll show you how it goes along, each square foot, and we'll show you how it goes along the way. Thank you for watching. See you next time.